Welcome to the show, everyone. Today we are breaking down a phenomenon that is literally changing the geometry of the game. We are talking about Victor Wembanyama. When he was drafted, the hype was generational, but what he is doing on the court right now is actually exceeding those expectations. At 7 feet 4 inches tall with an 8-foot wingspan, the nickname the Alien fits perfectly. But it is not just about his height, it's about the fluidity. We are seeing a player who can block a shot at the rim and then bring the ball up the court like a point guard. The league has never seen a combination of size and skill like this, and the MVP whispers are starting to turn into a roar. Is he really that good already? Let's look at the numbers. Let's talk about the side of the ball where Wemby is making veterans rethink their entire lives, the defense. He is leading the league in blocks, averaging over 3.5 per game. But it is not just the shots he swats, it's the shots that never happen. Players are literally turning around in the paint because they see those long arms closing in. His presence alone has transformed the San Antonio Spurs' defensive identity. He is covering ground at a speed that should be impossible for someone his size. When you look at his defensive rating, he is already performing at an all-defensive first-team level. He is not just a rim protector. He is a perimeter threat who can recover and block a three-pointer in the blink of an eye. This is defensive dominance we haven't seen in decades. On the offensive end, Wemby is a nightmare matchup. Imagine trying to guard a guy who can hit a step-back three and then immediately post you up for an unguardable lob. He is averaging over 20 points per game, and he's doing it with a versatility that defies logic. We're seeing him run the fast break, handle the ball in pick-and-roll situations, and shoot over double teams like they aren't even there. His shooting touch is improving every single month. For a guy his size to have that kind of coordination is why he is shopping the wheat. He is not just a dunker, he is a shot maker. When he starts hitting that Somo one-legged leaner consistently, the rest of the NBA is going to be in serious trouble. He is a one-man offensive engine. What separates the good players from the MVPs is what they do in the fourth quarter. Victor has shown he has the clutch gene. In tight games, the Spurs are looking to him to close things out, and he is delivering. Whether it is a crucial block in the final minute or a massive bucket to take the lead, his poise is beyond his years. He does not play like a rookie. He plays like a 10-year vet who has been in these battles 1,000 times. His scoring efficiency actually ticks up in high-pressure moments. This ability to perform when the lights are brightest is exactly why the MVP conversation is becoming legitimate. He wants the ball, he wants the pressure, and he is proving he can handle the weight of a franchise on his shoulders. To understand why this is so shocking, you have to look at the history. Victor is the first player in NBA history to record 250 blocks and 100 three-pointers in a single season. Let that sink in. He is doing things that Kareem, Shaq, and LeBron never did in their first years. We are witnessing a statistical anomaly. When you compare his per 36-minute stats to other MVP-caliber big men like Joel Embiid or Nikola Jokic, Wemby is right there with them, if not ahead in certain defensive categories. He is breaking the records of Hall of Famers before he is even legally allowed to buy a drink in some states. The level of historical impact he's having is why the Rookie of the Year race was over months ago, and why MVP is the next logical step. People argue that an MVP should be on a winning team, and while the Spurs record might not be at the top of the standings yet, the impact Victor has on the floor is undeniable. When he is in the game, the Spurs' defensive rating improves drastically. He makes every teammate better just by existing on the court. He draws so much gravity on offense that it opens up wide open lanes for everyone else. We are seeing a young team learn how to win because they have a foundational piece that covers up so many mistakes. He is the ultimate safety net. As the roster around him develops, his value is only going to skyrocket. You can't just look at the win-loss column. You have to look at the Wemby effect on the entire organization's culture and future trajectory. So, back to the big question. Is it too early for MVP? Traditionally, yes. But Victor Wembanyama is anything but traditional. He is currently in the top 10 of the MVP ladder and is a frontrunner for Defensive Player of the Year. He is leading the league in multiple categories while being the primary focus of every opposing scouting report. If the criteria for MVP is the most valuable player to their team and the most impactful player on the floor, Wemby is checking every single box. We are watching the evolution of the sport in real time. Whether he wins it this year or next, the fact that we are having this conversation about a rookie tells you everything you need to know about how he is shocking the league right now. The future is here, and it's 7'4".
As we wrap up today's look at Victor Wembanyama, one thing is certain: the NBA will never be the same. We are entering a new era where positionless basketball meets extreme physical size. If you are an athlete or a fan, you need to be watching every Spurs game just to see what he does next. His work ethic, his fitness, and his technical mastery are setting a new standard for the next generation. Thanks for tuning in to this deep dive. Make sure to subscribe for more technical insights and dynamic coverage of the athletes who are pushing the limits of what is possible. Is Wemby your MVP? Let us know in the comments. I am your host, and this has been a breakdown of the most shocking player in the world today. See you next time.